What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be taking down the final stage, stage 10 of Battle Hardened Formidable Foes. We are taking on the extra missions that we've got here. So today we are going to be doing this with a Movie Heroes team. And then we've also got the secondary condition here that they want us to do a no item run. So we're going to try and do both at the same time if we can possibly. So we've got a no item set up here. This is our Movie Heroes team that we're going to be using. I am going to throw on the Movie Heroes support memory because just to stick it to Dokkan, the fact that you can, and you will still get credit for the no item mission even if you have a support memory there. So let's go ahead and do that. I feel like just in the interest of time, it'll help us out a little bit too. One, getting through each stage a little bit quicker, and two, having less opportunity to potentially get KO'd, right? And then have to restart the entire event, which would obviously take a lot of time. So yeah, I think it's worthwhile for me to have the support memory there. My enjoyment of the game goes up when I do use items. I just feel like it's a little bit moot to kind of create challenge content, structured videos on YouTube, and then just use items to clear through everything. Seems a little bit pointless. There's not really even a point to showing off like what the teams are capable of that you're using, right? But I think the support memory boost is no harm, no foul. It's not canceling entire turns of enemy attacks and things like that. Just a little boost. Okay. So, not super sure how I want the rotations. I think we're probably going to keep a Golden Frieza on each side, so for now we're chilling how we are. The gods staying around right now is potentially problematic because it would be more ideal for them not to be here on turn 3. Yeah, but unfortunately we can't really afford to have anybody else in slot 1 right now, I don't think. To put them in slot 3 like this. Yeah, I feel like I'm probably going to gamble with keeping them around on rotation. I think I like this idea better. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I guess before I even finish attacking here, let's switch to the wiki real quick and take a look at the boss stats. So this is the first phase that we're dealing with. We've got Gamma 2, and then he'll transform into Gamma 2 again. So the stats are decently low. They're handleable. He's getting an increasing crit chance here, and then once on the next phase of battle, he's going to be raising stats on super. He has a pretty good, decent sized super attack there, and then he's also getting attack and defense with each turn passed, and he gets some stacking damage reduction with each Ki Blast super receive. Interesting stuff. So that's basically the theme of the entire fight is as turns pass, they're going to be getting stronger, getting more crit chance, and as you hit them, they're going to be getting stronger, getting more damage reduction, things like that. So, basically every phase operates that same way, except for the final phase against Cell Max, which we will go over in a little bit when we get to that kind of part of the fight. Okay, so I guess we grab these, and then we don't really have any other choice but to get this. We have to get the rainbow. For that chance to dodge. So I think he was one orb shy of being able to give the support, unfortunately. Okay, now I'm thinking it's a really good idea that we put who we did there, because in order to survive that, which, wow, he only had a 20% chance to crit right there, and he still launched a crit on that super. So if we didn't have that 77% damage reduction there, we would have been absolutely toast. So that's really lucky that we put him there, because obviously the only other option would have been to put Pike on there and then have him dodge, right? Which technically was a possibility. But the only reason I opted not to is because how many attacks were there in general. I was just a little bit worried about him not tanking some of the normals or whatever. And then also, we were 100% safe with the gods because no matter what, even though they got hit by it, we still survived, right? And it was a crit even, which I really wasn't expecting. They would have double-digit tanked it if it wasn't a crit, because they would have also had all their defense to apply, whereas the crit just eats straight through the defense, and it only factors in the damage reduction. So that can definitely hurt. Okay, some decent damage from Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here. We love to see that. It's nice that the next phase coming up is AGL. We do have a lot of tech units on our team, so having the ability to fight against AGL is kind of nice. Looking forward, though, the next fight after that is going to be Int, but it is a phase 1 fight that's Int, as opposed to like a phase 2 fight that gets a little bit stronger. So, yeah, that is definitely good news as well. But yeah, the final phase is against an AGL cell max. That's why we've got a lot of int characters, or a lot of tech characters, because he does actually have a specific ability that, you know, is like that. Basically, you subtract his defense with tech characters. So, okay, let's see. How do we want to keep this? I'm pretty sure it makes the most sense to have Frieza in slot 1, because again, that damage reduction is going to be the biggest thing to make sure with that crit chance that we don't get like KO'd by a super here. And then again, we're going to do a lot of extra damage if he gets hit before attacking. So yeah, it makes sense to have him in slot 1 here. We'll do that. And then I guess we'll just rotate off Beast for now. At some point, we might end up using the Beast Gohan active skills, but that probably won't be until like the final fight, maybe. We'll see. I don't even know that the Beast Gohan active is something that we're going to need. We do have 2 other target mechanics on the team. Oh, actually, I'm silly. We don't actually, because the Tech Golden Friezas don't have enough Extreme Class allies on the team to launch their active skill. So we are actually just going to be playing more optimally here. We're going to be waiting until turn 3, getting the free transformation into Gogeta, and then just tearing shit up. I didn't even think about that part, to be honest with you. Wait, what gives? Shouldn't we be able to transform? Shouldn't we be able to tag switch right now? Hold up. One second. Yeah. When 3 or more superclass allies are on the team starting from the 3rd turn... Oh, of character's entry. And he was in slot 7, so this is actually his first turn here. Dang it. Okay. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Definitely a little bit unfortunate. The good news is that we have all those attacks in slot 1, so he is going to be able to build up quite a bit of attack power here. And the other good news is that we had a free slot where the gods cannot be attacked because they are absolute fish on this turn. So yeah, we're looking decent here. We're looking decent, like damage-wise. That's a bit unfortunate that the very first attack was a super, because he does get stacking defense per each attack received. So if he had got hit by that a little bit later in the turn, then it would have stacked up to just be, you know, a lot less damage than that. As you can see now, he's double-digit tanking. He even had to tank a couple of normals first before he got to that point. So yeah, that certainly does hurt there. Now our HP is at like kind of a dangerously low number, but it's okay, because from this point forward, we're going to have the Gogetas. So even if we don't fully clear on this turn, which we're definitely going to, then we would have the Gogeta next rotation to be able to help us out, right? So yeah, I guess the thing that's a little bit scary about this now is, man, there's no limit to that either. Oh my gosh. He just gets all of those attack raises. He probably would have been at like a 250 million attack stat or something like that. That's insane. Wow. That unit is quite crazy. Okay, let's see here. I'm kind of hoping that the enemy does survive, so that we can get 1 turn of orb selection to get some healing back before we move on to the next phase, right? That would be ideal, but I don't think it's going to happen. He's only got 2 bars of HP. We still have 1 more really hard-hitting unit that has type advantage. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. Even the gods were just about to take care of it on their own. So yeah, that's a little unfortunate, because obviously when we do tag switch into the Gogeta, one of his abilities is that the first time you select key spheres, you get a full heal. So we would have been back to 100% HP as opposed to being at almost 0 here. So yeah, that is looking a little bit treacherous for us. Okay, so before we actually jump into battle, let's go ahead and take a look at these boss stats for stage 2. Okay, or I guess for the second fight of the phase here, the stage. Okay, so he's just going to be raising defense on super, 2.8 million. Okay, he gets attack and defense with each attack received, and then damage reduction with each turn passed. Got it. Okay, nothing too much to worry about here. It looks like the HP numbers are about the same as before, 100 and then 200 mil instead of 120 mil. What kind of stat or things is he looking at? So he gets the attack raise, 3.6 million. So he's going to be hitting very, very hard. We got to watch out for him for sure. He also is getting stacking attack per attack received. 30% attack after receiving an unarmed super. So we'll make sure to double check our super attack types there just to know when that's active. And then he's also getting damage reduction with each attack received. Okay, cool. So now we know what we're in for. Let's go ahead and jump in. I want to focus really hard to make sure we can get all of the orbs for everyone that we need. So let's get Frieza the full 24 key here. That's going to be good. And then... oh, this actually works out perfectly. So we can give all of these to Gogeta. He loves the rainbow orbs. And then we can give these to Pikkon. Let me just triple check what his requirements are. Yeah, it's 3 type and 1 rainbow. Okay, that's what I thought I had it remembered correctly. I just wanted to make sure we didn't mess that up. Okay, there we go. So no healing on the turn, not a single same type orb, but hopefully with all of the support up and everything, we should be okay to tank. I'm a little bit worried about this right here. We did take 2 attacks already. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, it was. Okay, awesome. So yeah, name of the game right now is we need to find a way to heal before this next phase, because the next phase hits decently hard. It's going to be hitting for like, what, 4.8 million, something like that. So with that strong of an attack coming in at us, if we got unlucky enough to see one of those dish in slot 1 right away, I think with the amount of HP we've got left, even this Tech Golden Frieza with all his damage reduction would probably be destroyed by that. So yeah, and unfortunately for us, we're just doing way too much damage, so we keep getting through these phases way too quickly. Oh, well, we do have the gods. The gods have 77% damage reduction and more defense. Maybe we should put them there. We can also select all of these to get a really nice same type orb heal. I think that's going to be the play. I think I trust having the gods there a little bit more. And especially because it's turn 2, they're not going to come back till turn 4 when they can transform. It makes sense to leave them on rotation. Yeah. I like that idea. Let's do this. And then here, hopefully, the blue ones block it. It might be more worthwhile. Gohan doesn't need anything for 24 key, right? He does not. Okay. Oh, wait. Crit chance win key is 24. It's just crit chance. We don't really care about that. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is select the singular STR orb just for a little bit more healing, because it is very possible that a slot 1 super still damages us, so that's just going to give us a little bit more of a cushion here. Let's see. We've got 212k to work with. Are we going to do it? Oh, I'm so nervous. 129. Okay, so we are okay there. Just barely, but we're okay. Man, we are barely hanging in there right now. We are just getting absolutely destroyed with these abilities. This is so funny to see. Okay, and then turn 3, we're at least... oh, well, now we're chilling. So because we survived that, we finally are going to get the ability to... you know, rectify our HP situation, because we've got the Tech Golden Frieza coming up next rotation. He actually was on turn 1 this time because we didn't have him floated. So now that it's turn 3, it will be his 3rd turn in battle. We will have access to the tag switch, and we're basically going to get the full heal with the guaranteed dodge and all the business with Gogeta on this next turn. So that's going to be really nice. Between Gogeta being in slot 1, giving us the full heal, and then his, you know, full dodge and all of his attacks, I'm pretty sure he's just going to end the phase and put us back to a full reset, right? So that will be really, really nice. Awesome things to look forward to. We just got to make it through the rest of this phase here. Oh my goodness. Holding my absolute breath. That's so scary. Obviously, Beast is going to be able to do a tank. I would have been worried about a super, but obviously that's out of the way. So he is definitely going to be able to double tank all these normals. That's not going to be an issue for him. Okay. But yeah, we're doing like such little damage to this guy at this point. It's kind of crazy. But it makes sense with all the stacking damage reduction that he's getting. He started with 63% damage reduction, and at this point, he probably has the 20% more. So he's at 83% damage reduction with 100,000 defense. That's really, really tough to eat through. That being said, we are going to do just that right now. Okay, so we've got that, and then we'll use his active skill, which is going to change the entire board to Tech Key Spheres. There we go. Doing a lot of damage there. And then now with this selection, we get 100% of our HP back. We'll leave him on rotation because he's got more damage reduction for that final phase. And then, yeah, we can float him. That's fine. We're getting decently close to that Dokkan attack. I think I'm going to sacrifice the 18 key for him this turn to get same type orbs, just to get us a little bit closer, because I'm pretty sure we're about to finish this phase right here. I'm pretty confident Gogeta's about to just go in. Yeah, 63 million. And he's about to launch 5 or 6 super attacks at about that power level, so. Okay. Yeah, maybe not this one, but the next one should do it. And then we'll be on to the final phase of the fight. Maybe he will need one more. I guess his damage reduction still is stacking up more and more. So, yeah, that is certainly hindering us here a little bit, but not a ton. Not a ton. We're still mostly fine here. And the good news now is we don't have to deal with any more damage reduction stacking. That is gone. That is a thing of the past. And now on the Cell Max phase here, we are going to be only dealing with stats. So let's go ahead and swap over. We'll take a look at the boss stats for Cell Max real quick. Okay, so on this first phase here, looks like he's got a 3 million super, and he's doing a 30% raise, so it's a 4 million super. And then his normals are hitting for 1.3 after supering, 1 million before supering. He's getting attack and defense, or attack with each turn passed, and then defense with each attack received. Okay. His defense is decently low now. This first one doesn't seem like it's going to be that much of a problem. He does have a super attack that we need to watch out for, though. Just a little bit. Okay, and then on this next one, it looks like he has 2 different super attacks. I'm not actually sure what conditions proc either of these supers. Usually there's like an HP restriction tied to it or something, but it doesn't really outline that. So I wonder if it might be random or turn-based or something. I'm not sure. But there's 2 different attacks here. So we've got the one that's going to be 4.5 million with the 50% attack raise. So that's going to hit for like 7, close to like 7.5 million, something like that. This is a really, really heavy damaging attack. This one is still pretty heavy damaging. He doesn't have the attack raise, but it is an AoE. So that's why I'm a little bit concerned about not knowing when these attacks are going to launch between each other. Knowing when that AoE is coming is kind of going to be an important detail for not getting mollywopped by this stage, right? So that could be something problematic coming up in our near future. He gets stats with each turn passed, defense with each attack received, same as the phase right before. But then he's also getting defense -7 with each tech type attack received, no more than 35%. So this is going to be fully active too, because most of our team is tech type unit. So we should be chilling there. All right, let's go ahead and jump in and start dealing some damage here. So I think this is the point where like we probably should rotate the tech gods, because we know we're still going to be in this phase, in this fight on turn 4. Well, we should be on the second phase by then, but we definitely just don't want to have him on turn 3, right? We want to avoid that at all costs. So we're going to rotate him off. And then, yeah, I think it makes sense to do the rotations like this. I kind of wish there was more slot 1 attacks. Yeah, and it's tough to know. We don't really know when the attack's going to be. They just have a 10% chance to proc, so it could really be at any moment, but... Alright, so we'll get the full 24 key for Frieza here, and then we can get the full passive for Pycon. Yeah, I don't really want to leave that blue orb in the corner. That's kind of that's the selection we got to make there, just to keep the board looking nice for upcoming rotations. That makes sense, and then we'll do this too. Okay. Here we go. We've got a Rainbow Orb Changer on the next rotation too, so we should be fine. Should be perfectly okay with selecting orbs. Unfortunately, only 1 attack received in the first slot there, so we're not doing much damage here. That is one really big hindrance, right? Because he is getting stronger with each turn passed. It would be nice to have done a lot more damage on this first turn, just so there's 1 less turn in battle, but we kind of got icky rotations a little bit. And then especially with not having any slot 1 attacks for us to be able to juice Frieza before his attack, he didn't really do much for us there. Like, as you can see, the TUR Pycon is doing, like, over double the damage that the Tech Golden Frieza did, right? So, yeah, that was definitely a really, really bad turn for Frieza. Could have been better. Could have been better. Nice. Okay, wow. Yeah, Pycon really went in. He did some crazy work this turn. Honestly, with the amount of damage Pycon just did, I think it's possible that we could KO right here with the Tech Gods. I don't think that would be a good thing. He really got hit by the super. He really got hit by the super. Oh! What? Pycon's that good? Wait. That was 4 million. That super was 4 million. Oh, well, he has type advantage, so it was only 2 million, because he has pseudo guard, right? So I guess 2 million. That makes sense. Let me go double check in Pycon's kit and see like what kind of damage reduction he's working with. Okay, and good news, we aren't gonna one turn this. The reason why is because we want to make sure that we're not in that final phase until turn 3 when we can get the Gogetas out, right? We'd be in a really sticky situation if we got there earlier. So yeah, good news that we're not going to finish this off until turn 2. That way, turn 3 we can start with the good stuff. But yeah, as soon as this turn ends, I'm going to go look at Pycon's passive because I'm curious if he did that on sheer defense alone, or if he has a good bit of damage reduction that was also helping you know, tank that super. Because I definitely, like, I genuinely thought we were going to get KO'd right there. I always, you know, previously have thought of Pycon as a dodge or die unit, but I guess post EZA, he is pretty strong defensively, huh? Okay, so... I mean, he has guard, too. That's the other thing. He has the extra 200% and the guard for 7 turns. That really does help, because while he does have pseudo guard from being an AGL unit, an AGL unit being attacked by an STR unit without guard will take more damage than an AGL unit being attacked by an STR unit with guard. That is a fact, though. That does affect that a little bit. It's not an insane amount, but it is some. But yeah, there's legitimately 0 damage reduction anywhere in here. That's insane. Wow. He did that on defense alone. I mean, I guess he does greatly raise attack and defense, and he did get, like, a triple super, so that helps too, right? But yeah, wild. So he got some really, really good HP that turn, or defense that turn. You love to see it. Okay, so same again. I guess we just put Golden Frieza slot 1, hope for the best. Should be alright here. And then because we are about to go against a AGL phase, we're going to keep the tech units on rotation. Definitely the wisest way to go, right? Okay, perfect. And no slot 1 super to even deal with or worry about or think about at all. And now with a more juice turn from Frieza, we are good to go there. Easily taking down the rest of his HP in 1 attack. Okay, so now we've got the turn 3 shenanigans. Let's get it rolling. So we'll tag switch. Awesome. Tag switch is live. Let's go ahead and use the active skill here. Get some free damage in. Awesome. Oh yeah, we're gonna be in business. You saw how much damage we did on that active? Okay, let's see. 20. He doesn't really get... Wait. Oh, it's because he's got Fierce Battle, but then he doesn't have Legendary Power. Okay, I think we're going to keep Janemba off rotation here. I think Gogeta's going to have a little bit more attacking power with this setup right here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, should be fine. Just because Fierce Battle is not a multiplicative buff, but Legendary Power is, I think we're going to get more total damage output out of it. And also, more importantly, this is going to allow us to get the Pycon passive, because we can't get it as of right now. Is this even going to fall the right way? I'm a little bit nervous it's not going to. Let me see. It did. Okay. And we're just shy of the Dokkan attack, unfortunately. But I think, again, we're still going to be okay here. I think the only risk we run is if the super attack... Again, if it's not the AoE super, because I don't know if it's going to be the AoE or not on this turn. If it's not the AoE super, then if that super launches in slot 2 against the Gohan, I think that's where we have the biggest chance to take a KO here. But the question will be, is Cell Max even going to be alive at that point? Because this Gogeta's about to do a ton of damage, and then the Gohan himself. He does only have a 12 key, but if there's only a little bit of HP left, that might be enough to kind of sneak him through. We'll see. Not 100% sure how that's going to be looking, but we'll find out. Okay, one more? Yeah, alright. With this one more from Gogeta, surely his HP should be low enough that the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan should be able to take him out, right? Oh, he's even got one more for us. Okay, so he's just going to handle it himself. No need, then. Alright, well, there you go. That is absolutely the strat for getting through this with no items. You're able to single-handedly smosh the entire final phase with just one Gogeta active skill turn. So, there you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. You love to see it. Alright, well, that was Stage 10 of Battle Hardened Formidable Foes. Taken down with a full Movie Heroes team and no item at the same time. So there we go. That's all of the missions done. We will collect our final little bout of stones and be done with the Battle Hardened Formidable Foes challenge content again. All right. Well, that is going to go ahead and wrap it up for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.